reconciling the now self-acclaimed integrity governors, as they are now called, and no longer the G5?
Well, let me start by talking to the issue of integrity members of PDP and say emphatically that the People's Democratic Party is about integrity, and that if a part of it claims integrity, they are acting on behalf of the whole, because integrity resides in the PDP. Party members in the People's Democratic Party have integrity in their DNA. So it goes on to say that it is acting on behalf of the whole. But having said that, when you speak about efforts to help the governor of Enugu State, the governor of Kola State, are leaders in the People's Democratic Party. And if they want a pathway to peace, they understand how to achieve it. Because nobody, no individual, can take a decision on behalf of the party. And the only body in the party that has a right to decision, and whose decisions are binding on every member of the party, is the National Executive Committee of the party, which is called NEC. And I have said, emphatically in my various conversations, that these leaders of our party can demand for a NEC meeting, where all the NEC members can gather and take a decision. And the decision, such a decision, expectedly will be binding on all members of the party. My own position, my own understanding of the situation has not shifted from this position, and I expect that our leaders should take advantage of that.
What is the BOT? The BOT had a committee set up, and various meetings have been held before now. What's the guarantee that this one would be any different? What we've been hearing is everybody is open to reconciliation. Various committees were set up. Walid Jibril, at the time before he stepped down, mentioned that they have a committee that's going around, and that report was submitted, and they were going to act on what that report says. But for a while now, it seems very quiet, awkwardly quiet, with regards to whether we are going to see a resolution. And campaigns already are on. We do not even know when the presidential candidate of your party would be coming to Rivers State, which is one state he really would have to come to. So why would this be different? What really would make the difference? Because the presidential candidate has also said he doesn't have the powers to ask Ayu to step down. Meanwhile, the integrity governors, in quotes now, have said one of their major demand is for Ayu to resign. So how do we get a way forward now?
Okay, let me start from the issue of the committees that you raised. No matter the
and NEC will be swift in how it responds to that report and implement it.
There are processes about NEC meeting. There are timelines about NEC meeting. But to go back to the last question before this, I want you to abundantly understand it, that no matter what any committee has done, no matter the decision of any committee, is the NEC. So all issues must go back to NEC. Say that I want you to understand that the candidate party Atiku built the of his own to NEC. He's speaking to the matter. There is no interest man on that until you go to NEC. It is the NEC that has that. It is the NEC that has a responsibility. I have also said that all the leaders who are governors in the party have a duty to call for NEC if they so desire. To say, look, at this point in time, given the situation confronting our party, they need back as well and discuss effectively and arrive at a decision. And I think we have said this. I think that's the truth.
So at the moment, activities or comments have been made that government. Some people have said it has some of the colors or colorings of party activity. What's your view? And he said you provide logistic support for opposition presidential candidates.
Like I said, it's only the party. I want a party in this circumstance. I made next of them that can decide what has constituted that party. The national object can act on behalf of them, declare what action constitutes and the activities. And I said that on the next decision on it, if I speak to it, I'm not speaking as an individual.
Mr. Ologbondiyan, as a spokesperson for the Atiku Campaign Council, the presidential candidate of the PD, this would raise concerns, shouldn't it?
Oh, yes.
So in your camp, the campaign council presidential candidate. What is to position presidential candidate?
That makes sense too. That is not the party or the presidential candidate that are coming out of Rivers State. The other party are moving just even of Rivers State, sought to. And there's no way that can leave and go and join people who are answers about. Take position of his. And with Nigerians across Earth is cleaned up. That the APC has failed. So those Nigerians out there are also saying, are also asking the question what is happening in the People's Democratic Party. Is this how the party will allow our lives to be running against the APC to return to power? So this is not about whether the presidential candidates of the People's Democratic Party alone. This is not about whether capturing party members alone. It is a concern with every Nigerian. And I said this with a sense of respect and responsibility. Because we are being taxed directly to the ordinary Nigerians. And we get we can assess what the other Nigerians are talking about. So for us, as a party or as a presidential candidate or an ordinary Nigerian, everyone is concerned about what's happening.
Because, okay.
But, let me make that up. However, we are confident that at the end of all this, the party will strive to put this crisis behind it and move to the last one.
All right, Mr. Ologbondiyan, we'll take a pause now, but we'll go on a very short commercial. When we come back, we get to find out. Certain comments were also made. The governor, during some of those commissioning ceremonies, made comments like, these people who referring to the presidential candidates of NPP and OB are the kind of people that the country needs to unify the country, and not someone who says that don't vote for a Yoruba or don't vote for this ethnic group or that ethnic group. Many have said he was referring to comments made by the presidential candidate of the PDP. Well, when we come back, we'll get your thoughts on some of this and whether or not there are plans for the presidential candidate of the party to come campaign in Rivers State. How is that going to look like, and what plans are on the ground regards that? We'll find out all this in when we return. Just stay on the line for us. Thank you very much. Remember that you too can be a part of the conversation on Facebook at Nigeria Info PH. Do well to drop your comments. The WhatsApp number is 0809 030 6416. 0809 030 6416. I'll take the WhatsApp number again, 0809 030 6416. If you have questions, you can send them in on WhatsApp. The phone line will be opening up 070 0923 0923 070 0923 0923. We're asking you what your position or your thought is with regards to the position of Rivers State government. Do you think the government has decided on who it would support for the elections, or the promises of logistics to the various presidential candidates are just politics? Let's hear from you on Facebook Live. I'll take a few comments before we go on the short break. Hector Christopher Dokubo says, Governor Wike is still in the PDP, inviting presidential candidates of other political parties and promising them support because they have independent, while his local government chairman in the state are busy carrying out attacks on governorship candidates of opposition parties. If truly the local government chairman are democratically elected by the people and they have independence, I don't think they will be answerable to the governor. India God's Power said one day he will mention the right person. Abba Christopher Body says, I don't think the state government has turned into a political machinery, so that question might be incorrect. If you say Governor Wike, I would say yes. For now, he is not sure who will be victorious at the polls, so the governor is offering Greek gifts to all who comes his way. But definitely his mind is made up on whom he wants to support. And then this one from Martins Nale Aman here says logistics promises a total evidence of confusion, showing that the governor is not here nor there. And this is very sad and very unfortunate for Rivers people, that at this critical time of decision making, our great nation, Rivers State, don't know where they belong because of a certain leader. Sad. I will take more of your comments when we return after the break. Do stay tuned to 92.3 Nigeria Info. And we are live on Facebook and Twitter at Nigeria Info PH. Be a part of the conversation. Let us know what your thoughts are with the recent developments, the integrity governor's position. Do you see any reconciliation anytime soon within the PDP? And the promises of logistics support to presidential candidates of the NNPP and Labour Party. Well, do you think the government is deciding gradually where its support would go to? That has been a conversation. Remember the last time I spoke with the press secretary of the PDP in Rivers State, Mr. Gbara had said, well, wherever the leader of the party goes, we follow. And that announcement would come soon, and Rivers people would know who the state government and the PDP in the state is supporting. Well, are we seeing signs of that already with the logistics support given to Rabiu Kwankwaso and Peter Obi? Let us know. My guest is the spokesperson at Atiku Campaign Council, Kola Ologbondiyan. Before we get over to him, let me look at a few of your messages on WhatsApp. Don't forget 0809 030 6416. This one says, Mr. Project is a generous giver. Supporting Obi is a sign that Atiku has no place among the G5 integrity governor. Eneka, ambassador from Eneka sent in that message. This one says Wike and his group are bent in pulling down the roof on the Atiku candidacy. What Wike has introduced a very dangerous dimension to Nigerian political space. This is not politics but selfishness for personal gains. Fred, good morning, Andrew. This one says Governor Wike is a smart man, and I say this because his doling out millions is to gain relevance and support from different political parties who will in turn support his Guba candidate here in the state. He's also laying a smart foundation to network with whoever wins the 2023 presidential election. GMB from Bielsa. Thank you. This one says, good morning. A man has been knocked down before Market Junction, Aba Road. The body's there. Okay, we'll get our reporters to go look that up and inform the police as well. I think that's the first point of call. Let the police in on the issue. On Facebook at Nigeria Info PH. That is the handle at Nigeria Info PH. On Twitter as well at Nigeria Info PH. Let's get over to my guest quickly. Mr. Ologbondiyan, thank you for your patience and staying with us.
Thank you very much.
All right, let's attempt to wrap up now. You are a member of the campaign council for the PDP presidential candidate, and we know that the campaign train would have to move across the various states. What are the plans to come to Rivers State if this resolution reconciliation doesn't see the light of day?
Well, I will not be pessimistic about the issue of reconciliation, so I have the high hope that will lie today. But what I say is also important to take that presidential candidate of the Democratic Party who campaign across the 6 states of Nigeria, and I want to be that.
Because there've been talk of alleged attacks on people who support the presidential candidate of PDP here in Rivers State. I don't know if the parties want to look into them. State level 2, they say investigated, but is this something that has been brought up within the national level of the party and to the attention of the presidential candidate of your party?
For me, I'm speaking as an individual. I see party politics as a blight, like that. As far as I am concerned, I'm speaking personally, it's going to be difficult for any individual, anybody, to attempt to expunge the faith that you subscribe to from your heart. So all I can appeal to as an individual is that let those who want to subscribe to their own beliefs, allow them their rights to subscribe to those beliefs. And I do not want to believe, I do not want to think, and I do not see it in the personality of Governor Wike as an individual or as a person who will send people out to go and attack those who subscribe to the People's Democratic Party. Why will he do that? What does he stand to gain from it? I do not want to take it. I do not want to believe it. But having said that, the candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, is a man of peace. He has carried out his campaign in a very peaceful manner and telling Nigerians what he has to offer them. And Atiku Abubakar, I can say this anywhere, that among the array of those who are out there campaigning to be president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, that Atiku Abubakar is the most detribalized among the lot. And you can set him aside from the others. It's not an egoist, it's not a religious bigot, and that's who Atiku Abubakar represents. And he's the only one that we have said in the campaign consistently that can cause unity in our country, Nigeria. There's no doubt about that. And that's why his election as a candidate of the People's Democratic Party was based on a resolution of the majority of delegates who cut across the six geopolitical zones of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It is because he promised to come and unify our nation. That's why they voted for him.
All right, Mr. Ologbondiyan, thank you very much for your time. We'll take that to be your final words on the show this morning. Would allow you to get on with your busy day. Thank you once again. We'll keep in touch for any developments.
Thank you very much.
Have a great day. We go over now to the phone lines. You've heard from the Atiku Campaign Council spokesperson. Let's know what your thoughts are with regards to, well, some people say it's Greek gifts. Well, logistics support to presidential candidates for opposition political party. Mr. Ologbondiyan has said he doesn't see it as anti-party, only the neck will decide. Victor is on the line from Abaloma. We'll start from there. Hello, Victor. Good morning to you.
Morning.
You're welcome.
It's laughable. It's really laughable. Well, providing logistics for governors, for presidential aspirants, it's not too bad. But the logic behind it, our governor is playing a fast game. That is, he feels that let him go round. I'm sure he's going to invite other aspirants to come so that anyone that wins, he will be in that vote. It is only those of us that have eagle eye that will see his game. But it is not too healthy for the state. Let him not feel that the state, it is a personal property. No. If he wants to support any other candidate, they can do it secretly, not official, so that people will see that he's on his own. Person can decide to do something personally. But when you come to the public domain to make a pronouncement that I am going to support you with all the which logistics are you using? Is it the state or personal? If it is personal, it's okay. But if it is the state, then it's wrong. It's wrong. Let him invite more and promise them so that whoever that passes, it will be relevant in that party.
Well, all right, Victor.
PD is already thinking vote. It is already gone.
Victor from Africa. Good morning.
Good morning,
you're welcome.
You see, in the jungle, when the lion roars, it shakes everybody because they all out of flee. It surprises me when the governor will just make jump action and it will shake the entire nation for a week or so. This has proven the governor is indeed the Japan of politics in Nigeria. Absolutely. In fact, even the president does not even look like him when he speaks. Wow, he really looks my governor. God cannot reject anybody that comes to anybody that he will give you support. Absolutely. Because when you come as a presidential candidate, you will meet with the president. He will promise you nothing with the free passage. That is normal. That's not me. He has endorsed anybody. But I want to tell the governor this morning that I am here from a trust judgment. Whoever he nominates, whoever says this is the person to go, I totally am behind him. Because he has gone far that he understands politics. In fact, he has made us a political mentor. So many people, in fact, we are wanting to go to politics because of him. Wow, it makes politics interesting. I trust his judgment. We are solidly behind him. Thank you.
All right, Mary, thank you very much. And that's the question that everybody's asking. These logistic supports and these presidential candidates invited to the state is this, as to who perhaps the PDP in Rivers State might support at president level if the reconciliation process between the governors, integrity governors now, and the presidential candidate of the party does pull through. Udu from Boku is on the line. Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, if
you're welcome.
Yeah, I think if I had time set up the speaker or the guest, just a simple question. Because I think the people's party nationwide have been ordered, because all of you will not get any press statement from the national in order for these other persons that are in Rivers State to be able to do the right thing, because electoral act, politics, democracy has allowed everybody to belong to any party. I want to urge anybody who is supporting PDP in the path of Atiku, keep supporting him. And I'm very sure that the river state we are, that is owned by everybody and not owned by 1 or 2%, will definitely choose the right person tomorrow. I want to also advise the national, say something to be able to tell the other citizens, other political party members of PDP to have that strong mind of supporting PDP in the national. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you, Gundu. Well, if you listen to the conversation, I'd ask Mr. Ologbondiyan whether or not the National was aware of the allegations being laid against the party here at the state level with regards to some people attacking supporters of Atiku Abubakar, the presidential candidate of the party. And he couldn't speak. He spoke on behalf of himself. And I think for what he said, if you listened, was he doesn't think that would be true whatsoever, because he doesn't think that the governor it was the leader of the party in the state is cut from that kind of cloth that would, have people go out there to attack supporters of the presidential candidate of his party. So that's where it stands. If there's any other development, perhaps we'll get to hear. But for now, that was what was said. Opara is calling from Ozoba. Good morning to you.
Morning, Andrew. How you doing?
I'm very fine, thank you. You're welcome.
Oh, thank God I got you today.
Mm.
You see, this last 2 months are just poking my mind. You see, one thing we understand, just let me enter this Obi matter. You see, Obi never said, he said, this English, we borrowed it. He said he would bargain. But people were looking at it that he has sold himself, which I don't understand. You see, so, like the second man, this last man again, said that the national are making things difficult for we, the followers of PDP. Because they were supposed to have settled this matter before this time. But they are keeping it, and we have nowhere to run to. And we cannot leave our own governor and then go to any other person. Because it is where he asked us to go. That is where we will go. So but the national are dealing this matter. If that man has placed, a request, they were supposed to look at it. Knowing fully well that our governor is one of the active members in PDP, is the person that kept PDP up to this moment. So that is just what I have to contribute.
Okay, Opara from Ozoba, thank you. Okay, Letam Barry from Bori is on the line. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning to you. Go on.
How are you doing?
Fantastic.
Okay. Looking at the activities of the governor of Rivers State as regard to aiding presidential candidates with logistic support, I want to say that all this logistic support he is rendering to different presidential candidates, where is it coming from? And with the state of poverty in Rivers State that is affecting both the civil servants, the youths, is alarming. And yes, this man is going about saying he's giving support to presidential candidates that have their money already. Why will we go so low to this extent? I'm looking at those people who call themselves integrity PDP group or whatever. They are not jumping from one presidential candidate to the other. They don't even have vision that could be able to sit down as a leader and say, okay, let me pray. If God can be able to show me who can be a leader of Nigeria come 2023, so that I know the specific person I'm going to render my support to. You see, that is where leadership is going astray in Rivers State, because however, after now, he will go and meet Tinubu to try to invite Tinubu to come and commission one project, and see what happened to Obi. Obi came here to make a betrayal statement to his governorship candidate. Is it what a governor is supposed to do? as an aspirant or candidate that people are looking onto, that cannot make a straightforward statement that people can rely on. Did you see how leadership is truncating in their hands? Is it the people that said they would lead us? You come tomorrow and you apologize and you make this statement here. Tomorrow you go there, you make another statement. If you may look at these people, assess this thing with me. We don't have these people as real, as sensible people. Let us look at what Tinubu have. Even if they call him old man, with the condition of this country now, we need even a sick president to deliver us. Nobody should mention anything that this one is sick, this one has this. If you are a sick president and you have what it takes, like Yaradua did, that is what we want, if you mean.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Leighton Barry. Let's take some of the messages on WhatsApp as we attempt to wrap up. This one says, okay, Mr. President, we don't need a super prophet or a soothsayer to interpret or decode what Governor Wike's stance on the presidential candidate. It's a shame to the PDP so-called big shots in Rivers and national will allow this anti-party behavior. Well, you heard my guest say the NEC will decide whether it's anti-party or not. It's very clear Wike is bigger than PDP. Prince from Owerri, you sent in that message. This one said, if IU fails to resign for not keeping to his word of state and not based on political affiliation. Okay, remember we are also live on Twitter. Be a part of that conversation. Let's go on Twitter and see what you're saying at Nigeria Info PH on Twitter. Don't forget, at Nigeria Info PH on Twitter. Hector Christopher Dokubo says Governor Wike is still in the PDP inviting presidential candidates of other political parties and promising them support because he has independence. Because he is independent. That's what you mean, I think. On Twitter again. Our time may not allow us. Let's see if we have any messages here we can look at before we go. Unfortunately, time would not allow us. We're having slight issues with our network. But thank you for your contributions. I'm sure you heard. Well, we'll keep watching and see what the coming days holds for us. My name is Ifeami Andrew. Hello, Port Harcourt comes up shortly. We're already standing by. Stay tuned and enjoy.